We're here today at Lift in Islington, and we're looking back over the last 3 years of the London Cultural Education Challenge and forward to our new programme Challenge London. The London Cultural Education Challenge aimed to bring about a step change in cultural education for young people in London. We've been working over the last 3 years with 12 different programmes in which A&D has invested. Between them, they've worked with over 13,000 young people, covered half of London's boroughs, and worked with over 700 partner organisations as well.
The challenge approach, I think one of the key words is challenge, that there are so many challenges affecting young people in London today. Some of these ideas around equity of access to cultural opportunities and structural inequalities, these things can stack up against the experiences young people have available to them.
Being part of the Young Challenge group means kind of coming in on a monthly basis, sitting with a group of young creatives, and we look at applications for funding, we look at things that A New Direction are doing, and we really want to involve young people in this more outside of just kind of our remit. I'm going to be speaking about myself. I'm going to give a little bit of background of the challenges that I've been through as a young creative in the city. So I specifically come from a neurodiverse perspective, and I think that within the kind of cultural and arts world, people are starting to think about that and how to involve people on the spectrum in what they're doing, and it's kind of this new sort of diversity to think about.
We know that there's a plethora of opportunities for young people in the city. London's an incredibly creative city, but we know that not everyone has equal opportunity to take part in these things and to own and develop and feel ownership of culture in London.
What was fascinating to begin with was the way in which we were asked to apply and the considerations we were asked to respond to, which is somewhat different from funding applications usually. This really asked us to embrace the idea of the theory of change, to develop one for ourselves. That, I think, will lead to better quality and more sustainable outcomes, because that thinking has started, and yes, it will change, but that collaborative process, I think, is going to be invaluable, and I think that's what will lead to sustainable outcomes in 3 years' time at the end of the grant.
We have received 2 rounds of funding to date to do lots of things. One of them was to begin setting up our local cultural education partnership in Croydon. The partnership working aspect of it has been really interesting. It's been a massive challenge, but I've really enjoyed that, and also most importantly, the co-production of the programme with young people and getting them to think strategically about what they would like for Croydon's cultural provision has been really interesting.
I'm a head teacher, but I think my biggest role is to be an optimist. This is amazing because this is sort of my job on a day-to-day level.
I think A New Direction does these events brilliantly, bringing people together to talk and to share ideas and to reflect on your own ideas. I think it's incredibly necessary.
The highlight, as it always is discussing issues with people in a room. The possibility to explore what are now challenging and important ideas.
It's always just so useful to hear other people's experiences of working in partnership. I got some new ideas about things that I want to include in my thinking and some areas that A&D have identified. It's a really useful way of kind of thinking more widely than maybe you might be thinking about skills, but actually thinking about wellness, well-being, mental health is really important as well.
Challenge London is the new iteration of the London Cultural Education Challenge. This will be a programme over the next 4 years. Again, A New Direction will invest in new pieces of work with the ambition of continuing our work towards a step change for young Londoners in terms of cultural education. These 6 themes will form the basis of the programme going forward, and they're questions that we'll be grappling with partners that receive investment over the next 3 or 4 years.